Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since the mid-70s, it's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Obituaries this morning, courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. In obituary news this morning, visitation for Lola Parker of Sylacauga. That service will be on Saturday. And visitation is Friday evening at Curtis & Son North Chapel, and that's from 5 until 8 o'clock. And then the funeral service on Saturday at 11 a.m. from Curtis & Son North, burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. Curtis & Son Funeral Home North Chapel directing funeral service for Lola Parker. Paul Nathan Paul Pierce, age 64, of Hanover, died November 1st. Visitation for Mr. Pierce will be today, 11 until 1 o'clock at Radley Smith Funeral Home Chapel in Sylacauga. Memorial service will follow at 1 from the chapel of Radley Smith with Reverend Jimmy Brown officiating. The family is requesting no flowers, and donations in Paul's name can be made to the Mount Moriah Baptist Church or the Westview Baptist Church. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. Samuel L. Thrash, age 57, of Sylacauga. A visitation for Mr. Thrash will be Friday from 5 till 8 at Radley Smith Funeral Home Chapel. Funeral service on Saturday at 10 a.m. from Radley Smith Funeral Home with Brother Mike Frost officiating. Burial in the Talladega Springs Cemetery in Fayetteville. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning, courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.